Sorry this is a bit late, but we have some things to say about the newest episode of Digital Circus.
I have a very strong opinion about it. That's not true. I've seen people being upset about Caine, which makes sense. That's what you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be upset about Caine. He's a dirty liar and a scumbag. Jax says so.
You dirty liar! You scumbag!
And Jax is right.
For once.
You just offended so many people.
Yeah, I just offended all the Jax fans out there. I'm sorry.
Including me.
Speaking of Jax fans, I think people are a little insane by saying Jax is not a bad person. Like, you can have good intentions and still be a bad person.
I think he has a really bad life.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason he's like that.
I mean, all of them have a bad life.
True. He just takes it out on others.
Yeah.
For all we know, they could totally be, like, gaslighted into thinking that their past is what they remember it being. Mm-hmm. It could be completely different.
Like, I know Jax has some trauma, but the difference is Kinger also has trauma, especially from when he's been in the circus and Queenie abstracting, and he doesn't take it out on other people.
Yes, it's trauma, but trauma affects people differently.
Yeah.
And it just so happens to affect Jax in that way that he feels the need to take it out on others.
Yeah. I'm not saying, like, he's a bad person at heart. I'm just saying he's a bad person to other people. I'm just having a hard time understanding the people defending Jax relentlessly.
But then when Ragatha gets upset one time in episode 5, everyone hates her.
Yes!
She has a lot of trauma too, and we learned that in episode 5.
I certainly don't miss the yelling, and the braiding, and guilt-tripping, and the...
We have confirmed trauma for Ragatha. Jax, there's nothing confirmed aside from Ribbit and Kaufmo.
That's debatable. The road and the cars and the... That's trauma. It's clearly bad if he's, like, having a panic attack.
That was unfair of me to say. It's just, we don't know what degree it was. Like, we don't know if that was just one traumatic event. Because Ragatha, it seems like her mother has been abusive her whole life. I don't know. I think there's misogynistic elements of, like, the Digital Circus fandom, which is just kind of the sad part about our society.
My theory is he was in a car. It was probably, like, a car accident, and his whole family died.
Oh, gosh.
That would be some really, really bad trauma.
The thing with theorists is that a lot of people's minds are really messed up. I do like when people come up with theories, but I feel like as a whole, theorists were proven wrong in this episode, so I feel like people should just kind of let things happen how they happen. I like your theories, but it gets to the point where people are coming up with all of these crazy theories, and then when they get disproven, they're upset, and I'm like, well, maybe it's because you were coming up with such crazy theories. Like, yes, it's always possible, but you just gotta let the show be written how it's going to be written.
And that's kind of the thing with theories, like, it's very rare that they will become a thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy if it does, and a lot of the time, the small things are what is accurate. Things that are, like, stupid, like President Palm. It's possible, but it's not super likely. So don't be disappointed. That's the thing with theories. You have to understand that it's probably not going to become a reality because the show has been planned for a while now.
Yeah, I mean, heck, episode 5 was written back in 2023.
What?
Also, something of fans assuming things, which the show literally told you not to do.
Roll the clip.
You know what they say about assuming? It makes an ass out of you and Ming.
Ming?
Did Caine just say ass?
The show literally told you not to be assuming things, and then you go and assume that Ribbit is a guy, and then when Gooseworks says Ribbit's pronouns are she, they, you crash out because your headcanon of Jax being gay doesn't work. We might make a whole other video on that. I'm sure other people have done it. I typically look up our video ideas to see if people have already done them, and sometimes if people have already done them, I'm like, 10 other people have done this, it's just something that people do. Like, for example, our Delta and Smash or Pass video. I looked it up.
People have done that?
Yes. And freaking Alex Roshan has a video on it. Alex Roshan as a voice actor and as a person is just really funny to me. Like, he did say that he would want to punt Caine across a football field if he met him, so...
I think if I met Caine, I would very quickly, start to really hate his guts, and then promptly decide to punt him halfway across a football field.
Speaking of Caine, let's talk about him.
Yeah, good idea.
Me, personally, I felt bad for him a little bit.
I was feeling bad for him when Abel was talking like, he'll be left here. He's just as much of a prisoner as all of you.
He's just as much of a prisoner as you are.
Like, I knew that was a lie. No, he's not as much of a prisoner as they are, because he's an AI. I think he's being very manipulative, even if he isn't trying to be. That sounds silly. He doesn't want people to think he's evil, but he really is.
He doesn't realize that he is. He knows that they want an exit, but he didn't realize what would happen, and he's picking up on everyone else's emotions, and he's kind of imitating that. He's learning from their, stress.
And obviously he wanted to be related to, and that's why he made that adventure, which was like, do you want to leave or stay in the circus? And he was like, I just assumed that you would stay in the circus with me, because you would feel bad for me by the end of the adventure. And, that's why Abel was like, make the right choice and all that.
That's also when Pomni realized he was an AI, because he repeated the same thing.
But I trust all of you to make the right choice.
When we all get out, I'll buy you a beer.
Make the right choice.
We were also talking about this. You know how a lot of people, when the trailer dropped, thought Abel was Kinger? Including myself, by the way.
I was like, that ain't my boy Kinger! I love Kinger.
But we were talking about why he sounded like that is because AI feeds off of what it knows.
Yes, and it knows Kinger.
I also think it's such a cool detail that in episode 3, Caine's bee has too many limbs.
That's cinema.
I think that's about it. That's all we have to say for the most part. Please consider subscribing. We recently hit 500, which is pretty huge for us. The next goal would be 1,000, ideally. But
Yeah.
this has already been farther than either of us thought, I'm pretty sure.
I thought we'd be 100 and we would just stop there. And our most viewed video recently hit 30,000 views. Thank you guys so much for watching our stuff.
Yeah,
It means a ton to us.
absolutely.
And go check out some other videos. We stream every Sunday at 4 p.m. MST. So if you have free time.
Oh, one thing that I wanted to say, I might say this in a community post, but I've been hearing around that YouTube is leaning towards recommending streams over regular long-form videos. That is not good for our channel. We want to prioritize our long-form videos. So I might just make a playlist and unlist some of the older streams just so it recommends them less and you guys can see our main videos.
Most of our main videos have been getting less and less views. So something's clearly been going on. We don't know if it's really just our content, but I very much doubt it. Our content hasn't changed much.
Yeah, our old videos were 15 frames per second and they still managed to get over 1,000 views on some of them. Okay. I'm Amy.
I'm River.
And this has been
Our Digital Circus episode 70 app session.
Funny Bunny will never be canon.
Ragapalm's better.